Hey guys, JB here. Welcome to the show this Friday. I hope you're doing great. This is a place that we have some fun almost every single day, talking about tech, these wonderful devices, working through these things, and just having a conversation as I grow this channel. Like I always say, this is a community, not a channel, and those comments are so critical because that's where I figure out what videos we need to do. And by the way, you should stop by a chat sometime. I announce those in the comments and in the community section here on the channel. And we do live chats where we can talk about these devices if you're thinking about buying them or just want to hang out and have some fun. I mean, that's what it's about at the end of the day, the good energy. And by the way, I'm using the Supernote A6 X, getting some good work in with that. And also, we'll be unboxing this Mobi Scribe, maybe later today, depending if I do 2 videos today or tomorrow. And I've got a couple other things to update you on. But today, it's all about the paper device. I'm learning a lot about this device as now I'm going into probably my 3rd week of using it. I've had some great conversations with the company, and they're really listening to what we want. The reason that I've been using the Quaderno a little bit more is because they don't have a split screen, but man, I'm hearing that's pretty close, which is just gonna really blow me away. And I'm finding myself using this product more and more than the Remarkable for a few reasons, and I wanna show you that today. So first of all, let's go on the device, and I got a couple questions. So the first question that I got is, can I insert a picture into the device? And I want to show you, yes, you can. Basically, you're just going to hit the little contextual menu, go into the image icon, and then the cool thing about this device is that it connects to Google Drive. So I was actually working in it today and have already connected, so it's going to go into Google Drive and list the full files. I'm going to go ahead and go in here, and I'm going to grab a image in here. Now there's some PHGs, PNGs. Here's a PNG file, which, as you know, is an image file. I'm not going to get that one. That one I have for a minute. Let me go back. We're going to hit the contextual menu. We're going to hit an image. And let me see. That one I've got coming. That's a PNG. Let's go ahead and go back to Google Drive. And basically, it connects with Google Drive. So we're going to go ahead and go in here, and I'm going to grab an image. Let me see. Let's do this awesome one and see what that is. We're going to go ahead and load that up. And as it's coming in, you can see it. That is actually an image of one of my mastermind meetings. We're going to go ahead and bring that in. And so as that is coming in, it takes a minute because it's coming. So it succeeded, 1 page, and there it is. So now we have the image of my mastermind in there, and you can see that is actually a photo of these wonderful people. Again, understanding our unlimited canvas, which is so awesome. Being able to move stuff around, I learned, is 2 fingers. You just move it around 2 fingers, and that is an image with a lot of graphics going on, but you can see how that works and just really brings it back. Then I brought it back to the middle. Then, of course, we can do our drawings. There I am. We can work on this and do whatever we need to do. So yes, you can bring an image in, which is awesome. And again, working with the unlimited canvas, we can zoom in, we can zoom out, and then we can say we need to make changes here, changes there, and that's what's so awesome about it. Now, what I will tell you, what's really super cool is I just did this document a minute ago, is this is in my masterminds. I teach this. Now, one of the things that I'm looking forward in the future is using their products in this manner where I'm actually teaching this to all my people at my event, and they all have their devices, their iPads, and as I work on it, they're taking notes. Now, one of the cool things is, as we make this canvas bigger, which I'm doing here, and you can kind of see it, I'll move it up a little bit, it's a little bit off. You can see that I'm making it bigger. You can see that this is this huge canvas. So I've been asked, what do you do if you want to print that big canvas out? Well, here's what's cool. You can print it out. All you do is you go to this button here and you click export, okay? You click if you want it as a JPEG, a PNG, or a PDF, or you can actually email it to yourself. And I'm just going to click PDF, and then it's preparing this to be a PDF. And what will happen is the PDF gets ready, and then it exports it. So I can export whatever I want to Google Drive. So I'm not going to export it now. I've already done that. And what you can see is then we have a fully printed piece of paper with everything on it, all the notes and everything. So if I go back to this page, I'm going to go ahead and get there, and we're going to double tap on it to get it back to the regular size. 1 second. Let me get it back on here. Here we go. So we'll get it back, double tap. sometimes my double taps aren't the best. There it goes. Okay, so double tap, then we're back to regular size. But one thing that's cool about this, if you look at this document, right here is red, this is green, this is black. When I was working with this document, basically I went into the contextual menu and I clicked this button, the contextual menu, and I changed the color of the ink by clicking here. So you don't see it on here, but this green is actually here, and you can see it's a little bit of a different color, and you can see it right here coming in, and I have that on very little. This right now is gigantic, but you can see that's green. So if I want to put in money signs in here, it's going to print out in green, which I think is really, really super cool. Okay, so I want to answer that question because I screwed it up in the last video on how you do that. So you can use this unlimited canvas. You can move it around with 2 fingers, which is another thing I didn't do a good job with. And you can also work within the framework of that system, and it makes it, then it'll bring it right back to regular size, which I think is great. And like I said, you can insert pictures, you can insert pages, you can continue to grow the document. Okay, the other thing I wanted to show you today, which I think is really cool, is everybody asked me about inserting PDFs into a document. Now, one of the things I'm telling you, this is version 1.0. These guys are working on this software. In fact, I know they're watching this video. They comment on the videos, which I think is so cool. But if we go into the books area, one of the things that I've been asked is, can you insert a PDF if you're reading? Now, this is not the most functional thing ever, especially if you have a 1,000 PDF document, right, with thousands of pages, but it does work. So basically, if you're reading this book, and I'm just going to go ahead and hit this 2 here, which will take me into the table of contents, and I'm going to go into 10. As I'm on page 10, if I want to add a page, basically all I do is I click this button, and I'm going to click Add a Page. Okay, so now I have a page that came in here. The issue that we have, okay, and I know they're going to work on this, in this software right now, is the page comes in. But the problem is, and again, if you have a large document, this is the issue. The page comes at the end of the document. So yes, you can insert a blank page for notes, but then what you got to do is you got to click it, okay? And again, I know their engineers are watching this, and then you got to go ahead and move it up to where you need it. So let's go up, 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 up. So we're going up here to page 10, where we just were. So I'm on page 30, 26. So you can see how this could get a little bit crazy with a big document. But this does work. So here I'm on page 10. I love the way you move the pages around, by the way. So now as I'm reading this document and I click to the page, I now have a page for my notes. And I think that's great. Now, I know we've talked about dual screen. Not yet, but when that comes, it's going to be really handy with that, because you can be reading on one side and doing some work on the other. Now, again, this is version 1.0 of that software, so not everything is perfect. And so big documents are not going to work that great, and I want to make sure that caveat's out there, but it is something that's pretty cool. Okay, and finally, going back into the document, the files are just, I love the way the files work in this. You know, being able to work with Google Drive, import and export things back and forth is really great. Being able to go into your active file and knowing what you've just been working on, it's great. And just working on that so you can pull up files pretty quickly. As I'm doing, this is the file we've been working in, as you can see. And the final piece of this that I want to talk about today is sharing the document, which is something that I just love. And again, I have my iPad right here, and it's going to be a little difficult because the iPad has a backlight on it, but you can see. And this is what really, for me, is the killer app that nothing else can do. I love my Remarkable for taking notes, and that's really what it is, a paper replacement. But this is a business tool that I think is amazing. And I think that's where they've got a competitive edge, is yes, I can take my notes on it. Yes, it has a file system. But what it really does is this ability to work within this document, okay, as I'm working there, and I put that X, that document is there. So I can have through their existing system, somebody logged into the app and share this with them, and we can work in tandem and work on this document. So let's say I didn't like that X. I can erase that X, and you will see on my device the X is being erased. I can add to this, and this is just such a killer system. So let's say 6, we want to work on systems. Okay, we are now working on systems, we have it there. So I'm working basically on two devices that are totally dissimilar, but that's where these guys got the advantage. Their software is so slick. And as I said, you know, you can make the canvas bigger, and then you can work within the framework of that canvas, and then you've got the ability to create multiple pages. So here, for example, when I'm working on this device, and I want my people to go through this ascension model, which is what it's called, what I teach them is how to build products. So let's say they build a mastermind here. They're watching this, and I can grab somebody and say, hey, where is your spot? And they can go, well, I'm right here. And then somebody else can go, I'm right here, and literally can put things in. And then I can say, well, let's go ahead and change this one. Let's go ahead and grab a red pin here, and we're going to change this to red, okay? And so now you can see it's red on my iPad, and I'm going to go ahead and delete yours and say, okay, I got that. So so you got multiple people working together with this device. Do they have issues? Yes, they're working a little bit on the pin lag. It's not bad. I'm getting used to it. It's getting better and better every day that I use it. The battery issue, they're working on some of that. So the cool thing is the improvements are coming. In fact, next week I will have a video on their next version of software. But I want to show you these things because, look, at the end of the day, I'm loving this device. This is really cool. It doesn't have the feel of the Remarkable, but I love the size, and it's good. I'm loving the Remarkable for what it does, but each of these devices has a different use case. The Quaderno, which I show every once in a while, is a great reader. The Onyx is a great reader. So we've got to find the best use case for you. And that's why we do lives, and that's why we do these videos, so you can kind of go, wow, I can see how I can use that. And that's what I love to teach. I love to help you with these things, okay? So another Friday video in, just a couple things on the paper. I thought you would enjoy that. I wanted to clear up some of the issues that I had left before on the unlimited canvas and how you print it and how you work with this thing. If you have one, let me know below. And again, if you're using any of these devices, this channel is about energy and fun. And I'm trying to do videos that I would like to see. So we've got a lot of different things coming. I have new cameras, all kinds of things. Like I said, a bunch of unboxings. But I'm not here to be a brand advocate for any of these companies. I'm just showing you how I use them and what excites me when I use them and how I use them. And we get the best use case for you. And then we get together in those live chats. So as always, please subscribe, hit that alert bell. When you click the like on my videos, it helps get the message out there. We're coming up to 10,000, which is great. I think we'll hit that sometime, maybe this month, maybe next month. But it's great that you're here, and I appreciate you liking and subscribing as always. So just until the next one, maybe today, because I got to get to this unboxing, but I wanted to clear up a couple things, these few things that I absolutely love about this device that are making it kind of just a really killer device, right? Okay, until the next one, go have a great one.